Welcome back, everybody, to our Survivor podcast. Finishing up Australian Outback today. And last time you weren't here, Alex, and I had a theory as to why you weren't really here because I got a text from you saying, "Oh, I might be jumping on Keith's ship this week because of the grasshoppers." And then suddenly, Alex is not here this week. I think you didn't want to own up to it, Alex.
No. Well, maybe. You know what? That's it. I'll say that's the reason. I was texting Nick maybe a day before I couldn't go on the podcast. I was like, I don't know, maybe I am on Keith's on the Keith train, but not really, not actually, but I can appreciate Keith a little more, but sort of. I don't know.
What was it about the grasshoppers that made you appreciate him?
I don't remember. I don't know why I even texted Nick that. I don't know. Honestly. Maybe you're just good at it, I guess. I don't know. Who knows? He has a charm, I guess. Not really. Aspen's face, I love it.
Well, there's two big subjects today, I guess, to talk about in these last two episodes. Colby being the big one, and I think I want to talk about juries, because juries fascinate me, honestly, in these games.
Yeah.
But we'll start with Colby, who did more winning. He won a car. His mom came to visit. Everything is going Colby's way.
Bro.
That's it. He don't need nothing else. It's simple. He's still at $100,000. Like, get the fuck out of here.
Literally.
I know, but I would kind of be upset if that's the car I won. I ain't gonna lie, like
they can trade.
So do you not want a car?
I mean, I want a car, but like not with a tent in the back. Like that ain't a little camper, like they could have came with like a little camper or like something, like
he might like that. Colby might like that.
He probably would.
Yeah, Colby might.
Him driving that thing around. Like, I don't know.
I don't know. He might trade it in. He might use it for his dates or something. Who knows what Colby does on his downtime back in 2001 or whatever.
Yeah,
it's kind of awkward how him
and
sleep in the back of that car though, like together, kind of. I like that's kind of too small for that,
Yeah.
What?
That is too small. That little car is too small for him to be in there with his mama like that. I don't know. It's just too tight.
That's fine.
I don't think so.
No? Maybe it's just me.
Yeah.
Aspen needs her space.
Yeah.
She needs some space.
For sure.
Well, I guess what were your guys' thoughts on Elizabeth getting the boot? Why did Keith, Colby, Tina all stick together in the end?
I just feel like we were still so early in Survivor where like when you're put on a tribe, it means something, like your family, right? So, I mean, the whole Amber situation was a great, like, sort of first move into this, like, bleeding tribes together and, like, but at the end of it, they still knew both Roger and Elizabeth less. Even if Elizabeth deserved the money or whatever, I still think in the end, you got to stick to your family, whatever that means in Survivor.
I even feel like, though, on online survival, at least the first two seasons, Alex and Dot are like the exceptions who were just
no.
But like
toxic relationship.
Aspen, you were close with Rochelle and Van Guy on your first season. Is it?
Yeah, I mean, we pretty much were them. We took each other to the end, like we said, this is what we gonna do, and we stuck with that shit,
Is it just because you guys are just together longer and the trust is there or something?
Yeah,
it makes sense.
Yeah, for sure.
For
I
sure.
mean, like I said, it was about the numbers, like they just wanted to keep the numbers. I think Colby kind of fucked himself. He should have got rid of Keith before Elizabeth, but I mean, I don't know. It just either way it was not going to be in Colby's favor, I guess. So poor guy.
Dee, you also kind of stuck with Q and Patty on your season. What do you think about teams sticking together?
I don't like watching it, but I like doing it. I don't know.
No, that actually makes so much sense. Like, you don't like watching it, but when you're doing it, it makes sense. It does.
Yeah.
I mean, and to an extent, I did work with Elizabeth. I gravitated back to her, So it's like, I don't know. It totally makes sense. It's just, in their situation, though, I mean, it also like they didn't do much gameplay, so it's not like you can really gauge who would have won or who would people respect more. Like Colby didn't really think. I feel like he thought he had it in the bag, like regardless, and that's why. Like I don't know if we're moving on to this next point, but him bringing Tina over Keith is a mistake. He didn't know it was a mistake, but it was a mistake. Tina's a great speaker. Like Tina had great social relationships, and she was strategic, and she probably was the most strategic out of all of them. So I understand that you don't want to bring Keith to the end because you just don't want to see him in the final two. But you would have won that. Like there was no doubt that Colby would have lost to Keith. There was no way. So I think he didn't calculate. He was very egotistical in that way of bringing Tina instead of Keith. But also, I mean, I think Tina, they made a final two deal in the beginning, right? So it was like, I think Tina's just really good at getting people to honor their words and like just having a soft spot for Tina. Everyone has a soft spot for Tina, besides Jerry, I guess.
And she's just a nice, sweet country girl, you know, like you
right.
Can't charm, you know. I just
almost motherly, almost vibe.
I want to say all that.
Yeah. What?
You said what do you mean?
I wouldn't say motherly.
Kind of.
She looks motherly.
She looks grandmotherly, first of all.
Oh, and what about Keith? What about Keith?
Keith.
And Keith was looking rough in that last episode.
Keith is a creepy uncle. Like he's like a creepy uncle at a Thanksgiving dinner. I'm sorry.
He even looked weird when he came back from the reunion, like getting
exactly.
I'm gonna speak on that. I don't know why the fuck he shaved his beard off, but I don't. Nah.
You don't like him with the bare face.
Like a creature with that beard on.
I feel his pain. When I shave, I look terrible, so I need to keep a beard most of the time.
I can't grow one.
Same thing for Colby. I don't know what they were thinking.
They want to look clean. I don't know.
Do you think Colby was just trying to be the nice guy, Dee?
I just don't think he likes Keith.
He doesn't.
True.
He doesn't.
So he just wanted to make sure Keith did not.
I think he doesn't think. Yeah, he doesn't want. He doesn't think that he deserves to get anywhere close to it. He wanted to get Keith out before Elizabeth, I think, or something like that. So it's just like he just didn't want that to happen, and that was his biggest downfall. That stupid personal vendetta against someone who would have helped you win $1 million. Like literally, so funny. It makes sense. It's very fitting to Colby's ending.
I think he wanted Tina to win, though. You know, like how happy he was.
$1 million, like okay, yes.
He still gets $100,000.
I understand it. Oh, that's true. That's true.
In a car.
But it's just like I'm like, all right, are you gonna play this or not? Are you gonna want to win this or not? Like you kept getting an individual immunity.
I feel like he gave it to Tina. I know it was weird that he won.
Yeah,
he like the OG.
I think he did like 3. He got was it 3 back-to-backs?
It was 4.
Or I mean 4. Oh my god.
Yeah, and
my husband was like he's lethal. I'm like, shut up. My husband started to like him. I'm like, bro.
He is lethal in challenges.
Well, in that one season, but I don't know about him in the future. Anyway,
he has more tries. So. I do like that this happened early though, Aspen. Someone taking the wrong person to the finale. Because you were talking about on the podcast Online Survival about how Dee was the GOAT of the season. You take her to the end, you're gonna win. Yeah. But Dee almost won too, so like
exactly.
He's taking the
only reason I lost because they didn't know the coin toss was fake. Meg was the reason I lost.
I don't know if it's a coin toss.
I think you should have just voted Q out.
It was the coin toss.
Well, yeah, you should have never done it. You just should have never done it.
It's your fault, Alex.
How is it my fault?
Because you talked me into it.
I was trying to persuade you to vote her out.
But you persuaded. I voted her out. I didn't want Q to know that.
I mean, I get what you were trying to do because you thought Q would vote for you, but
yeah.
Q would have voted for you even if you throw her out of the game. You know what I'm saying? Like,
I
think she would have. Q told me she would have.
Recognized game, bro.
Yeah. Honestly, that vote was really, really close. And D is obviously not a GOAT. It's with that jury, especially, right? So it is hard to like understand. Like, jury is such a huge part of Survivor that no one really like ever gives it that much attention. Like, I'm not going to spoil it, but there's literally seasons where it's just like you play one way and you expect to win it, but the jury does not reward you with that, and it's really cool to like. I think it's a really brilliant way of making that fair sort of balance of how you want to play it. You have to know so well about the people that you're around and surrounded with that you have to play accordingly. Like that's crazy to me. Like that game is so layered and
jury management is fascinating to me. Nobody actually takes it seriously, it seems like.
No one. I guess Tina did.
Tina
Tina
did.
totally did. She's the first one, I guess, to have that jury
Except
management.
for Amber. I don't know why Amber was mad, salty, like, Tina, you not getting my vote. I'm like, okay, Amber.
Amber was a non-event. She's the Jerry dog, side dog.
Oh,
I don't know why does she come back. I'm sorry, I'm on the side. She was so boring. I
wrote down a quote from Elizabeth, which I think is a great quote about juries. She said, "Do I think that the best person can win? There's always that possibility. Will the best person win? Well, that's in the hands of people who think they are the best one." And I think that really sums up a jury a lot because they think they're the best. They got voted out. That's why some are bitter, some aren't, but it's always a very big conundrum.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, for sure.
I think Tina and Colby had the same vote as me and D at 4-3, right?
Yep.
Yeah. Except I feel like it's the opposite because Tina was more of the social player and she won.
I think that was my vote in my game too, 4-3.
Wow. You were also close too. I didn't even see your season yet.
Damn, who else didn't get a vote?
What?
You said what?
You said it was 4-3. Who else didn't get a vote in your season?
No, there was only final 2 that season.
Oh, okay.
Damn.
Yeah.
That's close. Those are close seasons then. That's crazy. Usually I feel like I don't see that many close seasons, I feel. I haven't seen many close seasons. I've only watched a handful.
No, and then I don't know if I've seen who actually voted for Tina besides.
Keith, surprisingly, Jerry did.
Yeah, Keith, Elizabeth, Jerry, Alicia.
Is that crazy?
I think Jerry was more bitter with Colby for obvious.
You think?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, because he promised her top 3. That was, like he was like, yeah.
Yeah, but like, I guess. Jerry
never gave her the chocolate and stuff.
Exactly. She wanted him and she didn't get none and she was mad.
First of all,
if he would just give her some chocolate, he would actually win. It's all his ego. It's his ego, dude. No, I know. The chocolate.
I'm saying he's not chocolate, so it's not chocolate.
Well, no, I'm talking about the candy.
Dang.
No, I'm talking about the candy.
Yeah, she wanted
that's
candy.
Saying white chocolate.
White chocolate. But I mean, she was craving chocolate because she was horny. There's something wrong with the whole entire cast.
They did kiss though.
They kissed?
But it was like a friendship kiss, so
yeah.
It really didn't matter.
I don't know. Honestly, like looking back in this season, like the only people who I really were interested in terms of gameplay, like it's really just like Elizabeth, Tina, and Colby. So I was pretty happy with how it turned out to be because like no one else really played the game properly. Not properly, but like interestingly, I guess.
Yeah, I think some of them got screwed out of playing because like Jeff and Alicia, I think would have played.
Oh yeah, for sure.
And
they just got cut.
Nick brought up the good point that if that never happened to Mike, then like the gameplay was very different.
That was very interesting. If Mike was like okay, I don't think any of those people would have been at the end. I mean, yeah, because the tribes were so solidified and they would have been so unbalanced. Yeah, maybe Colby would get close because of all the individual immunities, but he would have been the first one out anyway, probably, right? Probably. If Mike was still here, Mike would have been like, "Let's get Colby out." It would have been a whole different season. Mm-hmm. Hopefully, Jeff would have won that one or Alicia.
So at least Kobe said that he felt bad about voting Alicia off because she was strong and that was shallow because it is fucking shallow.
But he already did it now. The fuck you apologizing for?
He was apologizing for all of them. He was like
that's bullshit.
Elizabeth and yeah, he's just trying to manage the jury way too
trying
late.
To get votes. Get the fuck out of here, Kobe.
You
got a fucking car. Get out my face.
He tried.
How do you guys feel about challenges? Are they just not a big part of who should win Aspen?
I mean, I personally think it should have something to do, like,
Yeah.
just because it's the nature of the beast, like you got to go in there and win that shit. And Kobe, whether we like him or not, went in there and won 4 back-to-back, and then Survivor, that's like some respectable shit, like that's a big deal. So, I mean, he definitely would have left if he wouldn't have won.
Exactly. Yeah.
So I think it should have been like looked at and held more weight as to, like whether or not he won that shit or not.
How do you feel about challenges, Dee Dee?
Honestly, I think it's just for entertainment because, like, the only reason people do challenges is for immunity. I mean, I guess that's the plus to it, but other than that, I don't think it should count for surviving or whatever because you basically had like support to not have you like eliminated. So like if you didn't go in every tribal worrying if you're going to get cut or not. So you had a cushion. So you really didn't survive. You just got carried because you earned it, but you still got carried. So.
Are you saying that because you always got like second or third place in challenges?
Yes, I'm saying.
No, I feel like so that was two opposite opinions, right? I would say I would fall in the middle. Like it should hold weight. It shouldn't be like discarded as like you got carried because you won. Like those things are really hard to do to win back to back to back to back, and also knowing you're a target and also being able to stay all this time. However, I also think that like it makes someone could win without winning any survival like challenges, and that's fine as well.
I think that's more impressive, really.
That's more impressive than winning your way to the end. So that is also true, Didi. Like I do agree, like winning is not really that important, but it definitely is a huge aspect because someone like Colby would have never gotten to the end. If I didn't win my last challenge, you guys also would have voted me out. No questions answered, right? Like I would have never have survived to the final. So it definitely matters when you use it to your advantage. Also, if you use these wins in a way that really boosts your game, that's also a huge bonus point. Like just like having control, having power, flexing when you need to. Like you could also throw challenges. Like all those things do take part in strategy as well. So it definitely does hold a huge part to it. But yeah. I like players who can not win a single challenge and somehow control the entire game. Like that's insane.
Or even better, sit out the challenges.
Let's not go there yet. Okay.
Okay. Let's not do that. Let's not do that. You're right. Didi's like, what's going on?
What's that out challenges?
No. We keep spoiling shit, man. I can't do this. Okay.
Gotta keep Didi in the dark. She loves us so much.
I do too. No, Aspen, I'm on the same train. I really am. I idolize that person. Anyway.
Yeah.
But
moving on.
Well, any other thoughts on these last 2 episodes of this season?
I don't know. What did they give out a card the first season? I don't know where the
I don't remember.
Where did that card come from?
Right. Where did that card?
Like, and why did that not happen later on? Like, why is that the only like one of the only seasons? Unless it's like the
must have been a sponsor.
Oh, I mean they were very popular those first few seasons. I mean they still are now. It's just back when it first came out, it was like explosive. They were like the number one.
Where somebody get a car too, and it's gonna be interesting when we get to that because I can't wait to talk about that.
Okay. Which one is that? I don't remember that. I don't know if I saw that.
Really?
Yeah. I don't know.
That'd be a highly discussed season when we get there.
I don't remember. Oh gosh, what season is that?
Yes, it will.
Is it? Okay, we'll move on.
Didi, is there anything you want to talk about?
I want to hear how you feel about this whole season. Actually,
the whole season.
I mean, just like in general, how do you feel about the last 2 episodes? How the show went this season?
I'm as a first time watcher. It's interesting. It had this intense moments. Some moments I think are like extra and taking too long, but
yeah.
Other than that, it's pretty entertaining. And for this last 2,
you did think Tina was gonna win.
I did because I didn't want Kobe to win, but
Did you think it was gonna happen? Like, did you actually? Because I honestly, I didn't think at that point I was like, because I think I picked Tina to win early on, but then towards the end I was like, this seems like it's a Kobe sweep, like because of how he's been winning and everything. But then I'm like, I guess Tina really. Well, I mean, Tina did build those relationships early on, and like, I was surprised in a really good
I
way. Like, I
wasn't.
was happy. I was happy about it, but it was just
I
like a
figured
surprise.
she'll win because she was friendly with everybody there.
You know what? Yeah, I think Didi has a better grasp on like in terms of like a lot of players focus on getting to the end and getting to the end by any means, right? While I feel like someone like Didi is like just making sure that she is friends with everybody, and that usually does guarantee votes your way. So it makes sense that you expect her to win. Actually, for me, I was like gameplay, like it wasn't Tina. Although she was so strategic and social as well, but
yeah.
Behind
the scenes more. I'm interested to see her come back now that I've watched play this one time.
She comes back.
She does. We're gonna spoil.
Like
I think she's
times.
not 80. Yo, honestly, the first
she just
season,
looks older than she is.
She looks old. White people look old. I'm sorry. I'm just gonna say that. Like, it just happens, man. Like the wrinkles really comes out.
No,
I'm so sad about it. But Tina's not even that old in this first season. I don't think.
Really.
I'm gonna say she's like in her 40s.
I think we talked about this last time. She was older.
Yeah, I know she's older. She's older than.
Did we do that?
I think it's the one you weren't here, Alex.
No, she's younger than Roger.
Oh, guess what? She's 60 now.
So she was 40.
She was literally 40. Yeah.
Is 40 looking like that?
Yeah. I'm telling you, it's a different vibes, you know, different physical visual assets.
Yeah. Tina look like she smokes cigarettes.
Because she's definitely a smoker, and she's very active. So I knew she was younger. Like not that old people can't be active. It's just like she had that like, I don't know. I'm just gonna stop talking now.
Nah, say Alex. Say.
I was gonna get some hate messages.
Right? Be like, I'm 40 and I.
yeah. 40 and Up Club on Survivor. You know, they get a bad rep for like people being.
They get such a bad rep, especially in the later seasons. Yeah, I think.
Oh, for sure. I'm really surprised that Tina. You know, like I feel like she is probably one of the older people that won.
Yeah, probably.
Other people Tina's age.
And like the way she won too is very low key and in a good way. Like it's not like she doesn't not deserve it. You know what I'm saying? She totally deserves it. Mm-hmm. But the way she played, you wouldn't have expected her to get all the way to the end and get 4 votes to win, which is just brilliant to me.
Oh yeah. I think she just was more personable in her speech. You know, like I put a lot into my speech, and I feel like my speech is what took me over the top and what made me, you know, fucking win, honestly. And
I'm getting PTSD off of my.
It's probably the same for Alex too.
I threw my speech all the way to Alex.
Yeah, I don't know why Didi just kept saying it wasn't me, it's Alex. No, I understand. It was just like I was like, wow, she really is helping me here because I was getting dogged by Dot, like literally I was about to like be in tears. I was like, I had all this speech like prepared and he kept like interrupting and I'm like, damn, like I can't even say what I want to say anymore. I'm just mad, you know, and upset.
You and Elizabeth did not do well because of Dot during some points of that conversation.
I don't think no one was paying attention to Elizabeth. Did Elizabeth have a speech?
She did have a speech, and it was just all because it was like me and you, and then like a lot of heat on me, and then like it was just it became just like show on me show and see like if it's me or you, because you know how like Meg and Q were like it's between Alex and D, so they were the only ones there besides Dot, so that means like most of us were the ones talking and not Elizabeth, which really sucks because she really like. I don't know. She played a great game.
Yeah, she played
such a great game.
She comparable to Elizabeth or like a little bit of Tina.
Yeah, for sure. I would say Tina because she cut people that she was close with when she wanted to. You know what I'm saying? But she's not as social as Tina at all.
Yeah,
like,
true.
For sure. But I mean, also she was surprisingly really good with Q. Like that's a pairing you would have never expected, and no one knew. No one knew. I barely even knew how close they were until I watched the show. I was like, what is going on? Like, I did not know this is happening. She didn't tell me this. Like, So I don't know. I still think Elizabeth played a great game strategically and game wise.
Do you feel like she would have won $1 million had it been her and Tina?
Elizabeth.
Wait, Elizabeth and Tina? I have to like really think about that because that's completely
Tina takes
different.
that.
I think
I would
Tina
s-
wins
I think Tina wins. Yeah,
because it's a
I-
social game.
it's a social game because they kind of played very similar anyway, right?
I
But
think
Tina
Tina
was
beat you too, Alex.
no, Tina totally beat me. I think so, unless the jury wasn't bitter
Damn.
and was like, because like I didn't make moves that literally would like just change things up all the time. Tina didn't do that necessarily, but it just depends on the jury. And I think the jury was more favored towards social and like friendly person and who deserves it in terms of how they played their game. I wouldn't have won against Tina in that jury.
Yeah.
And this jury too, like the one that me and D had, I also think I would have lost in that sense because I didn't have a jury full of like game people, you know.
Yeah,
So
I was about to say you need a jury full of like Q and Megs, honestly. You know,
for me
like,
to for me, so someone like me to win, yeah, for sure.
yeah.
Well, any final thoughts on the season?
It was a long one. They pretty much gave Kobe the whole. Kobe was the star of the season, pretty much.
Yeah.
Which I mean, he earned from winning all these challenges.
Yeah.
Again, like 3,000 kids were named Kobe after his season, so freaking weird for weirdos.
They weren't named Keith Dede, sorry.
Please don't name your son Kobe. Don't do that.
Or Keith.
J-A in front of it.
Or Keith.
Jacoby Keith Davis.
Jacoby's not bad, but Colby is.
That's his name.
I think that this season was kind of just like from my perspective of how like the recent seasons I've been seeing, it's definitely a little boring in terms of edit wise. And also like the challenges are weird. And like maybe I'm used to like the same freaking challenges over and over again, but at least sometimes like those challenges are more fair in terms of like how you could win it. These are just like you can't catch up. You can't suddenly come back and pull a win. And also the lack of narrating from Jeff is just so bizarre. He just like it's so boring watching these challenges. They're not. I don't know what's going on.
You be bored watching the challenges?
Yeah. Oh, it's only because of how it's edited now.
That's my favorite part.
No, it's my favorite part in the other parts too. In the other seasons, I like watching the challenges, but like this season, the edit is so weird for me. I can't watch it. Like at one point, they're just running in the water for like 10 minutes, like carrying something, and I'm like, what is going on? Why am I watching silence? Like,
it's better.
There's no one.
I be yelling at the TV.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Like
but Jeff narrating, it makes it so much better.
Amber, when she almost caught up to Kobe during that little race, I was like, go Amber, go Amber.
Amber should have done it. Amber would have controlled her game from there. Pissed me off.
Yeah. I don't know what made them bring her back. I don't feel like she had no.
That's what I'm saying. It's because she's a pretty white girl. I swear to God, it's because she's a pretty white girl. Yeah, she's kind of pretty. She's kind of pretty.
She meets.
We have different standards.
Well, I'm looking at like a typical perspective.
I mean, I don't know if you could talk if you're talking about Keith all this time, Dede.
Excuse me. I said with the beard, he's nice.
No, he's still not.
No, you hating Alex. You're hating.
I am a hater. I'm a secret Keith supporter, but no, not really. Oh man. I did start to feel bad for Keith though towards the end because like everyone's like he doesn't deserve it, and I'm like
I hate that whole mindset.
I'm like no one really deserves it. Like no one really did shit in the game.
His life.
Keith won some that, and he won some challenges here and there.
Yeah, like well, I don't count the one.
He's made some relationships with like the people who are at the end. Like I don't know, like he did the exact same thing as most of the others. Yeah. So for me, I was watching. I'm like, Colby, what are you talking about? Like
he wasn't even there. Like, dude, you wasn't a fucking camper. Get the fuck out of here.
Yeah, I don't know.
He's too pretty for me.
I don't like when people are like, you don't deserve it. There's like only a select like 0.1% of people who don't deserve it, and it's like most people did a lot to get there, whether you see it in your face or not. They got there, you know. But yeah.
I don't even see how he has the audacity to speak on that, being that he wasn't there most of the time. Like, that's dumb.
Oh, Didi, he won. That's what winners do. They go off and have rewards.
So he
Yeah.
still don't need to be speaking on what happened at camp because he wasn't there.
Because he's egotistical, you know. He's like, my opinion makes the most sense. My opinion is correct. Like he doesn't deserve it. No one else thinks that. You know what I'm saying? Like the fact that he did that and then lost to Tina because of that friggin' opinion is just the best karma for me watching. I was
That
like,
is pretty funny.
yeah, I was like, okay,
Yeah.
don't take Keith. Like, don't do it. Like, fine, you do you.
Yeah, I mean, but he knew. He said it. You know, he's like, yeah, I probably fucked myself over by not taking Keith. But
So annoying. I hate heroes. I hate heroes. Like heroes, I hate it. I literally hate. Like you're playing Survivor. Don't be a hero.
Yeah.
Like I don't care how nice you are in person. Like
I mean, there needs to be some heroes, I think, for the like to have different
shine.
Yeah, basically.
Yeah, for heroes versus villains.
Yeah,
well, I need a more smart hero and like more like gray area hero. I can't like in these games, I can't just watch someone be like, I only act on good conscience. Like, fuck you, get out the game. You're not gonna last long. You know,
that was a personal attack on Didi, I think.
No, it's not. No,
Didi,
I don't think you played a hero game, honestly. I don't think you did. I think you purposely just like connected with people and then stayed out of business. That's not a hero to me. I think heroes are like people who go out their way to do the right thing. Like you faked a coin toss.
I think Didi would be considered a hero during that season for the most part.
Yes, but I don't see you personally as like the hero that I hate. You know, you didn't play that hero game that I thought. You literally faked a coin toss just to get ahead. Like you thought that would make you like you more. That's not heroic to me. Like, but yeah, it's just a mess. Colby, I'm excited that Kobe didn't win.
Me too. I'm so happy
they didn't win.
Yeah, he even come back a few times, huh?
Yeah, he'll be back a few times.
Yeah.
I have to see what his dad looked like because I'm not getting the correlation between him and his mama.
True.
Oh, I was like, why are you trying to find out how his dad looks?
oh my gosh.
I'm sorry.
Oh my gosh.
I was like, what?
Didi's gonna have a reputation on this podcast.
I need to get out.
Sugar baby Didi.
Yeah.
Oh basically. Man.
All right. Well, I don't know if Alex will be here in the next podcast because he's not because of that. Because I want him to do the online battle podcast.
I do want to do that podcast for sure. Well, what season are you thinking of doing next? I feel like that kind of
it would still be an early season, so
how early?
in the first 5.
Oh damn.
Okay, maybe I won't join for that one, but I'll probably come back. You know, that makes sense, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. If you're doing when you're doing 13, let me know. Or like, yeah.
10 years
13,
later.
No, that's 5. That's 5 years later. They do 2 seasons every year.
Yeah,
well, for the most part, except for this year.
We'll be doing season 4 now.
We're doing 4 next. Okay. Like, let me see what season 4 is. I'm not gonna look at it.
Where I gotta see where it's at.
Marquesas.
Oh, Marquesas. Okay.
I don't know. I failed geography, so
I don't remember where.
You're recording, Didi.
I'm not good in history or math. Put that out there in the universe.
Well, Marquesas is like a really small island, isn't it? It's like an island in I don't know where it is actually.
All right, let me end this podcast since we finished Australian Outback.
Yep.
Thanks everybody for joining me.
Justice for Alicia.
Justice.
We'll see Alicia
Justice
in a few seasons. Actually.
Really, Alicia comes back? I don't even know that. A few seasons. What? Aspen, you saw those? You remember her coming back?
No, I don't. I don't at all.
What the hell? I don't. That's so shocking to me. Alicia better come back strong because I want to see some good gameplay from her.
Yeah,
she didn't get the chance to at all. I don't even know if she was going to, but she would have with Jeff. Like they were ready for
I think
it.
so too.
They just got blindsided like from the left field. Like it was just crazy. with the whole mic
Yeah, I
situation.
can't wait to see Jeff come back. I'm excited to see him play again.
Yeah. yeah. Oh, Jeff.
All right, I'll end it there, I
Yeah.
guess.